Welcome back, students. In our last video, we were talking about insights of marketing and sales, and we were also differentiating both these activity, marketing and selling. So, in this present video, what we will try to do is we will talk about functions of marketing. As I was already telling you, these functions or differences of marketing, sales, or whatever we look at may be quite familiar for the people whoever has done business studies earlier, but probably this is new for the other students, and also for you people it will be a refresher. Moving further, so these are the 9 different marketing functions which you can see on the display: product, price, package, distribution, brand name, promotion, advertising, service, and selling. I'm sure everyone will be familiar what these terms refer to. So what we will try to do now is we will try to relate all these terms with the earlier cases which we discussed on OnePlus success story and Tata Ace, and how that is being adopted with this marketing function. So if you look at the OnePlus success story, the product itself was a very innovative product. That was one of their success strategy. So what happened here was they were designing a product on an Android phone which had all the features of an Apple iPhone. And again, talking about pricing, the pricing was not as high as the Apple iPhone, but at the same time not too low, but probably moderately priced, so that people were able to afford to buy it and get the features of an Apple iPhone. And with regard to the place, they did not have any retailers in between. It was sold on a referral mode. And considering the promotion, the word of mouth promotion, sometimes referred as WOM, word of mouth, was the most exhaustively used promotion technique for OnePlus success story. Because when you spend on advertising or other kind of promotional activity, we need to spend, right? But whereas in case of word of mouth promotion, there is no cost associated with it. It is just every customer tells another customer when he is satisfied and talks about your particular product. So that was also one of the reasons why they were able to do this effective pricing actually. So this promotion were also related with the pricing here. So that was one aspect. Moving on further with the Tata Ace story, again with Tata Ace, if you look at the product aspect, the product Tata Ace was launched after a market study was done, and they understood what is the expectation of the customer, requirement of the customer, and then this product was launched. And with regard to price, the customers were very specific that they were not ready to spend very much for it, but they were okay if it was slightly priced higher than a usual three-wheel truck. Like, no, I think it was Bajaj Piaggio which was there at that time. So they were able to slightly spend higher than that. And so Tata Ace came up with a product at a price which the customers were able to match up. And how did it come was because Tata had an R&D department for its own other automobile production units, right? So whatever R&D that was available for the other products was made use of in Tata Ace, and they were able to give it at a better competitive price what the customers expected. And place, of course, This truck was designed for suburban areas and rural areas where the roads were not good, and where people can travel in such kind of roads. And so that is where this Tata Ace came up. And considering the promotional aspect, obviously this Tata Ace carried out lot of promotional activity, which was positioned as Chote Hathi, meaning like it is small in size, but it had more features, and it is more strong kind of product as the elephant. And across all the regional languages, this promotions were run up. Say for example, in Tamil it had as Kutiyane, and so across its own regional languages they were able to do this. So, since all these marketing functions was carried out, you have to look at it here. That is why it was able to carry out 2 million milestone in 12 years. If it was just sales, this would not have been happened, as there was a marketing happening, all the functions of marketing being satisfied. That is where Tata Ace was able to achieve this 2 million milestone in 12 years. So, coming back now to the functions of marketing, if you can recollect and identify either Tata Ace or OnePlus success story, which we discussed, each of these functions of marketing was carried out. It did have selling, it became a part of marketing, a subset of marketing, and was complementing to improve the sales. Yes, product, their price, distribution was worked on, especially with Tata Ace. No, since it was in rural areas, what they did immediately, as soon as the product was launched, they set up service units. So they set up service units and made sure the distribution is also available in particular all rural places. So if they have any problem with the particular product, service was immediately available. As they did carry out advertising promotion, and obviously for OnePlus, the brand name was established through word of mouth. Whereas in case of Tata Ace, Tata itself has already uh, created a very good brand, and selling was happening. So all these marketing functions were carried out to become a successful market, and also be sustainable day. Okay, so this is all about marketing functions. Further moving on, I will showing you an example of BMW. So when you text and drive, it's a full stop. When you drive, it is a comma, and it says like this advertisement poster ad. It reads as your life has to experience more. Let it continue. And this is being posted by BMW. And why they are doing this? Obviously, it is a brand building initiative, uh, saying that BMW it cares for their people, just a part of a brand building activity. Now, why are we looking at examples is, see, if you take it any marketing function, whatever we discussed earlier, it is very easy to understand, because any kind of communication from the company comes through an advertisement, right? The advertisement may be for a brand building or any purpose it may be. So, it is easy for us to relate and understand those functions. See, this is about brand building. The next function, I'll show you an example with this Vivo Perfect Shot ad. So here there was a series of advertisement that was run with Amir Khan and this Chotu, where it demonstrated how good is the product to take a perfect shot. Let me run the video for you once.
Lord, I object.
चाचू इतना परफेक्शन कैसे?
आसान नहीं है चीकू, जी तोड़ प्रैक्टिस, दिन रात लगातार।
मैं इसकी बात कर रहा हूँ। सुपरस्टार लाइटिंग। Nice. You practice.
I object.
Super night selfie with Aura screen light on Vivo V19. Perfect shot, perfect moment.
So here if you look at the video, it was demonstrating very clearly what was very specific about that particular product feature, and that is one very important function of marketing, right? So each of this marketing function is being carried out, and whenever you see an advertisement, so that is how we can easily relate and understand. You see that the demonstrations happen through the communication of the company. Okay. Now that's all about functions of marketing. Now we will move on to understand the definition of marketing. Just from the examination point of view or whatever it is, don't mug up. Just I have created this diagram for you to have a good understanding of the concept. And then when you relate it, you will be able to easily grasp it. So according to the American Marketing Association, it is the process of planning and execution, the conception, pricing, promotion, distribution of ideas, goods and services to create exchanges that satisfy individual and organizational objectives. So if you look at it, see there are two processes happening. The first process, planning, is happening, execution is happening. So you plan what has to be done and the same has been implemented. And for what these two processes are happening? It is happening for the purpose of consumption, pricing, promotion and distribution. For these four, this planning and execution is happening. And when I say conception, it refers to the product development. And how do you develop a product? Understanding the requirement of the customer, what it is, what is there in the market, and then accordingly develop the new product. And what is the pricing, promotion and distribution? And for what they are doing, it may be idea, goods or services. And are they going to keep it with themselves? No, they are going to create exchanges. They want to exchange it with someone, right? They are going to exchange it either with the individual or they are going to exchange it with the organization. And when they are going to exchange this, they are making sure the objective of this is satisfied. Either the objective of the individual or the objective of the organization is satisfied. So this is what is defined as the process of planning and executing the conception, pricing, promotion and distribution of ideas, goods and services to create exchanges that satisfy individual and organizational objectives. So I suggest all of you to understand the concept behind it and then write your definition, so it really makes some sense for your learning. So we will get back to the